Hello students, welcome to this class. In today's video I will be talking to you about irregular adverbs. I have a note here for you on the board that says they change form in their superlative and comparative form. Okay, we know that, for example, much is an irregular adverb. We know that adverbs describe, limit actions or verbs, right? So much and many are adverbs and they are irregular. Their comparative form is more and most. They are irregular because regular adverbs in their comparative form would end in er or r. And in their superlative form, they would end in st or est. So that is how we know that these are irregular adverbs, because their comparative form does not end in er or r, and its superlative form does not end in st or est. Well, this one does, but as you can see, this one doesn't, so that's what makes it irregular. You cannot say manier or mucher. Okay, it's more and most. The next one is well. It is a very, very common irregular adverb, well. And then we have the comparative. This one does end in er, better. And this one does end in st, but it is still an irregular adverb. So I recommend you to learn as many irregular adverbs in their comparative and superlative forms so that you avoid mistakes, for example, saying manier, mucher, all right? Well, I have 3 examples here written for you on the board. The first one says, she is well, okay? That is an irregular adverb, well. She is better than many. Now we are comparing better than many. Okay, she is the best here. Now this is superlative form because we are comparing her to many people or to more than one person. Next, I will give you some more practice exercises and examples so that you can, of course, practice more with me. Now you are going to help me write sentences with the comparative and superlative forms of much and many. Remember, there's a difference between much and many. Much is for uncountable nouns. For example, much water. You do not know how many. For example, if I say bottles of water or water bottles, you could say many because you can count them because they are divided into separate units. But with much, you cannot count. For example, much pollution. All right? All right. So let's begin. We will do one with much. There is much pollution. Okay? Well, it's just an example. Now, if you want to compare, you would say there is more or less. Okay? It depends on what you want to say. More or less pollution. And then you will need nouns to compare. For example, in, I don't know, Canada, then in the US. All right, just to say something. It is not a fact. But this is how you use a comparative form. There is less or more pollution in Canada than in the US. The next one. Now let's change it into superlative form. You could say let's use something else. Say Mexico City is the most polluted. Okay, now this is superlative form, most, right? That means that you are comparing it with more than one noun. For example, if I say Mexico City is the most polluted, you will know that it has more pollution than any other city in the world, all right? But if I say there is more pollution in Canada than the US, you do not know that Canada is the most polluted or the least polluted, all right? Next, I will leave you some homework. Remember that you need to do it in order to improve your English. For homework, you are going to write 4 sentences using irregular adverbs. Remember that you must use the comparative and superlative form also. And well, please leave your homework in the comment section below this video. If you have any question or comment or suggestion, please also type it down there in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Faby and I will see you in the next video. Would you like to watch my next video? Click on the television to the right. I'm talking to you about irregular adjectives. Irregular adjectives, just like irregular adverbs,